Ask you to pray for us today. Enjoy the good message we saw her. Thank God for everything that He does for us. You know, this is another day that God gave us. If you at there this morning, you've been saved by the grace of God, honey, I hope you think about this today. That God gave you another day. Not to go fishing. Not to go hunting. Not to go to a ball game. But to serve Him. Today is Sunday. This ought to be a holy day for us. We ought to serve God today more than we do the other 6 days of the week. But we need to serve God every day of the week. We need to do our part. I want to thank Kevin, Missionary Baby Set, for paying for their program, giving me the opportunity to come this way. I know from time to time it seems so hard and we don't know what to do. But that ain't nobody's fault but ours, because we don't call upon God and ask Him to lead and direct. Honey, let me tell you something this morning. Honey, we need to turn back to God. I sit here this morning and seeing some things that it really bothered me today. It seemed that today that we don't care about this nation, don't care about God, don't care about our neighbor. We don't even rub ourselves no more. Now, honey, that get back, you don't even rub yourself. And you say, what are you talking about? Honey, we owe a duty this morning to God to do the thing that God has for us to do. Honey, if you've been saved by the grace of God this morning, you owe a duty to God to serve Him. If you lost this morning, you need to be calling upon God for salvation. Amen. And you need to look to God and ask God to come into your heart. You need to turn everything over to Him and be willing to call upon Him and be willing to follow Him. Get to the point that you say, God, here I am, hurt me. And honey, God hurt you if you want me to. But if you don't, I say if you don't rub yourself, you think that you had a good time, you think that everything okay, and it may be pretty good today. But it's going to come a day, honey, you're going to pay for everything, and you're going to wish that you had a bad day and call upon God for salvation. Honey, that day coming. Honey, we in a time today that the Bible says the last day men shall be rubbing themselves. The rub of men shall white coal. And honey, we in the day today. We in the day that people don't even rub themselves. Honey, it seems that today that the rub of God is not in most of people's heart. They are a few people still serving God. And honey, it seems that more you serve God, more that people turn against you. And honey, let me tell you something today. You may be saying that this morning somewhere trying to serve God, and you think that you ain't got a friend on this side, and you may not have. But if God satisfy you, you'll be okay. Let me tell you something, it ain't about how many friends we make. It ain't about how many people we get to pat us on the back this morning, but it's about serving God and doing the thing that God has for us to do. Let me tell you something, we owe it to ourselves. The first thing you need to realize, and you realize that you owe another, and you realize that you lost, you owe it to yourself to call upon God for salvation. Honey, there ain't nobody else place to do that. Honey, it will place that you call upon God and ask Him to save your soul. And then once you get saved, we need to call upon God every day, thanking for salvation, and ask Him to help us that we might be a help to somebody else, that we'll be able to see that this gospel go out. And honey, today, God people don't want any the gospel go out. I'll be honest with you, we got so cold and different, the only thing we want to do is fuss and fight over some nitpicking thing, and we don't even care if a man die and go to her. Honey, the only thing we worry about, can I make a good name for myself? That's right. Let me tell you, the only way you can make a good name for yourself is serve God. If you serve God and do the thing that He has for you to do, honey, you have a good name. It may not be the people, but it'll be a good name to God. And you die and go home to be God, He say, come in, my boy, come on home. you had done a few things. Honey, we won't never be able to do a bunch of things, but we'll do a few things that please God. I guess I need to get to my message this morning. And honey, I don't know. I ain't never preached on this, I don't think. I may have talked about it some. But if you got your Bible, turn to Ecclesiastes, the 44th chapter, and start in the first verse there, and I'm going to read some. And I want you to listen to this, especially if you went down, you're a God-called preacher, you need to listen to this. But if you've been saved by the grace of God, you need to listen to this. If you lost, the Bible gives to you, listen to it. And that way you know what it teaches, and you understand some of it. You won't never be able to understand all of it. You won't never be able to understand the great part until you get saved. But you got to hear the gospel before you can be saved. And I want you to understand that today. And if you turn over to the 44th chapter, the first verse, it said again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, feed to thee, sir, of thy people, and say unto them, and I bring the sword upon thy land, and the people of the land take a man of their cross, and set him for their watchman. If when he see the sword come up on the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. Then whosoever heard the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that take warning shall be delivered of his soul. But if the watchman see the sword coming, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come, and take any person from among them, he can take away his own recruit, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman upon the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth, and warn them from me. And I'm going to start reading at that reading from the first verse, down through the 7th verse of Ecclesiastes in the 44th chapter. And I want you to listen to this. This is talking to us, the God people. This is talking to the God called preacher. This is talking to each and every one of us. Honey, we got a job that we need to be doing. We need to be warning the people. It's saying the sword come up on it. Honey, we need to warn them. It is my duty this morning to warn you that if you die and you separate from God, if you ain't been born into the family of God, that you will die and go to a devil hell. Honey, it is my job, it was job if you've been saved by the grace of God. Honey, it seems that every time I preach so much about the job that we owe, the one that been saved by the grace of God, that we owe unto God, that we need to serve Him. We need to put God first in all things this morning. And I understand this morning that we can't do nothing at the heart of God. And you say, how do you get God to help you? We need to spend more time down on our knee, trying to call upon God and ask Him to re-endow us. We need to grow with God by our heart for our fellow man. We need to see that the gospel go out. I understand we are in the wash day. It's saying the wash day that the rubber means say white coal. If it white coal, it's because we don't want to serve God. It ain't God's fault. God's same as He always been. He will never sing. He he make one part of salvation. It'll be good for the first man. It'll be good for the last man. Let me tell you something this morning. I want you to understand that my God is able to do all things. If we are God people will follow him, if we will serve God this morning, if we will get off our high horse and get back down humble and be willing to follow God, he will give us the thing that we say need of. And you say, what do I need? You need the power of God today. If you're a God called preacher, you need the power of God be eating every time that you say that you can preach in the truth, and God get the honor and glory. You don't need to get up there and preach something to make the people feel good and make everybody think that you know everything, because we don't know nothing. The only thing we know is what God give us, and how he give different people different things, and because you know it's my job to do this and your job to do that, and we all need to be working for one God. Ain't but one God, and I want you to understand that today. And if we fail to see that this gospel go out, it going to be required man with a hand. We need to do everything we can, and you say, what can I do? God ain't called me to preach. If you got a testimony, you can tell people about what testimony. If you've been saved by the grace of God, you can invite people to go to church, eat your own son, and during the revival in different times, you can ask people to have prayer at them. Ain't nothing wrong to say, pray about this or pray about that. Ain't nothing wrong with you walk up to somebody and say how you been saved by the grace of God, how it between you and God. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It worked a year ago. It worked 50 years ago. It say work today. If we're God, people get all our high horse, but we afraid that we might offend somebody. Let me tell you something today. If I preach the truth today, it offend you. You don't get upset me, but you take to God. How come it offend you? It because it's the truth. Let me tell you, the truth offend people from time to time. For time to time, I heard a preacher preach, it upset me because I know they are talking about me. I'm the guilty one. Yeah, I'm guilty. I sin day by day. Ain't nothing good about me except the part that God cleaned up, and I thank God this morning that he saw fit to reach down and save my soul. He didn't have to, but he did. How come? Because he loved us. And how come the people were to pray for me? How come they were to tell me about Jesus? How come the old preacher were to go from door to door and preach? How come if you met up there somewhere on the corner, they ask you how you been saved by the grace of God? How come the old deacon done his job and go on and see them people need anything? You know, I pray today the deacon don't even know what a job is. It's their job to see about the needy people. It's a job to go and see if they're wrong with they ain't got no husband no more that have passed away. It's their job to take care of the one that need help in the community, in the church, any place they find in. It's a job to do that. It's the pastor job. It's the pastor job. It's to say and to pray and to follow God and to preach the gospel. See that the glory go out unto the people that if you die lost and separated from God, that you're going to die and go to a devil horror. We need to see that the gospel go out. We need to do our part. Let me tell you something. I can't do your part, and you can't do my part. And you say, well, I ain't a God called preacher. I can't do this. And it seems like God ain't gave me no job. And it seems like that I don't know what to do. But you may be sitting at a bank full of money. If you got a bank full of money there, or you got enough to do you, and God say donate to some missionary, you need to donate to them. If you see somebody on the corner that needs some help, you need to stop and help them.
That's right.
Honey, think about all you morning you come from. Honey, I don't want to preach on finances, boy, but I want you to know that every dollar that you got, God gave it to you. Every penny that you got, that God gave it to you, it don't belong to you anyway. And don't you say give it away. Let me tell you, so I can grant to you there, you cannot give my money away that God can give you.
That's right.
Honey, I ain't no way. Let me tell you something, boy, I don't get on finance, but I'm going to go there because I feel that we need to do that. You say, do you believe that you ought to get 10%? Well, I'll be honest with you, no, I don't. 10% of everything I make don't belong to God. And you say, yeah, it do, according to the Bible. No, according to my Bible, everything, 100%, everything I make belongs to God. I need to pray and ask God how much to give. If He say give $10, give $10. If He say give $100, give $100. We don't need to worry about it. You say, well, I ain't got but $100. You give $100 away. See, don't God bless you for it. Right. See that God don't replace that, He do that. I'm serving God this morning. If we follow Him, He'll take care of us. If we follow Him, He'll give us the thing that we need, not the thing that we own.
That's right.
Let me tell you something, it's time that us God people, it's time that we work up and get back to the business of doing the stuff that God has for us to do. And you say, what is that, preacher? To serve Him? I'll tell you what. If a man able to serve God this morning, he had to be the most thankful person in the world. I don't care. I say, oh man, he wasn't that old, but he is saying down on a corner. He said that he a homer, and he didn't have nothing, and he talking about having buying up, and he talking to him on TV there, and he filming him, and he talking about how bad shape he up, and he said, no, I ain't no bad shape. I'm in good shape. He said, because I've been saved by the grace of God, I belong to God, and God put food or give me food, I need food, and God take care of me. And let me tell you something God do. He take care of the homeless people same as He do us. Let me tell you something, you may put them down, but you talk to some of them, they closer to God than we are. I for you today, we're so far away from God, we don't know how far we are. Well, I'll tell you what we're doing, we're deceiving ourselves. We to the part today that we deceive ourselves. Think that how good job we're doing. Think how good we are. Ain't nothing good about me. If you think you're the best person in the world, let me tell you, you're the sorry person in the world. If you think that you ain't nothing but you humble enough to serve God, you're the best person in the world. Let me tell you something. To a friend of one of my good friends, he passed away. I ain't trying to put him up on a pastor, but I never heard him say nothing bad about nobody. He always tried to hurt people. He would take people to the doctor appointment. He would go and see the sick. He would visit people, and he would hurt people and take care of it. And he rubbed people. Do you have that rubbed little heart today? Let me tell you something. If you're a God-called preacher today, I'll ask you that question. And you tell me, are you doing a good job today? And you say, what is my job? To warn the people. To warn the lost people. Yeah, I understand that God calls some to be pastor. What a pastor job? To teach God people the Bible. To preach the gospel to them. To teach them how to act. Teach them how to live. But it also was a job to teach the lost they need salvation. It also was a job to teach people they need to follow God. If you want to be preaching, you tell a man he don't need to go over there and follow God. If he don't need to go over here and follow God, I hope my God have mercy upon you. Amen. Some of these days you're going to answer for that. And you say, when? I tell you what, you may be arguing with deathbed and arguing down all kind of pain and suffering, and you will remember all the time that you had the opportunity to preach the gospel and you wouldn't do it, all the time that you told somebody not to go and preach. Let me tell you something this morning. I can't find my Bible nowhere. It say not going to preach. I'm going to get a little bit deep in that. Let me tell you at the heart of God this morning. Let me tell you, I root there at truth forever. Somebody say, come and preach to us. What about you come over here and preach? And I said, well, let me pray about it and see God will you me. And ain't that good? It's truth. Right to God tell me to. Ain't God call you preach. He told you go and preach that then. He didn't say wait till some other time. He didn't say pray about again. He said I call you a priest. He said and God called you a priest. I believe He called you to preach every time you get the opportunity. My Bible said to be in singing out singer. Hey, that don't mean that every time you're going to be on top of the word and you have to go and preach. Hey, we don't need to be on top. We need to be down humble. We need to be God have us to be. We need to be willing to follow Him, and we need to go and take every opportunity we can. I don't care what denomination you are this morning. If you call me and say I give you an appointment, come over and preach to me. I tell you what I do. I try my best to come over there. And God hurt me, I try my best to preach to you. And I will never ask you for a penny, because it ain't about the morning, but it's about God, the gospel going out. It's about you hearing the truth and about you being saved by the grace of God. Let me tell you something this morning. I ain't out here for the morning. I don't come and do what people want me to do. I try to do what God wants me to do. If you belong to one of these churches that don't believe the way I do, if you say invite me to come, I will come and preach to you. I will not make fun of you. I will not put you down. I will tell you what the Bible say. You can take the Bible or you can read the Bible. If you heed to what I preach, that'll be good. If you don't, it won't be required my hand, but it be required with hand. Let me tell you something. But if you invite me to come and I don't come and preach to you, and then you die and go to a devil horror, it'll be up on my head, and I will be the one that had to answer for it. It'll be the ball will be on my hand. Let me tell you something. I don't want to be that way. Let me tell you, I'm going to come and preach to you today. And you may not agree with me. You may not believe nothing I say. But I ain't got to. You ain't got to believe me. The only thing I got to do is preach the gospel. I ain't let God take care of the other part. Let me tell you something. We're going to do all part this morning. We want to do God part. We want to do Jesus part. We want to be the head of the church. We want to be the head of everything. We want to be number one. We need to be I don't know what number, but it ain't number one. I ain't wrong way for number one. Right. If you put back 10 3-year-olds back, that may be all we need to be. We need to be the least one. I know be the least one trying to serve God than be some great person and not serving God. Let me tell you something today. I don't care who you are, and I don't care who you at today. If you listen to my voice this morning, you need to be saved by the grace of God. You need to call up on God for salvation. You don't need to depend upon what good work. You don't need to depend upon being baptized. You don't need to depend upon being a church member. You don't need to depend upon saying amen, calling somewhere. But you need to depend upon God for salvation. And what is salvation? That is by grace through faith. It is the gift of God. Do you want that gift this morning? Do you want to be saved this morning? Do you want to go to heaven this morning? Or do you want to say up by the amen calling? Maybe be so-called deacon and sit there and think that you're so good and be nothing. I know be nothing and be saved by the grace of God than be everything in this order and be nothing in the eye of God. Who are you worried about? Men don't make no difference. Men can come and kill me. God can send me a horror. He could. He can't no more because He saved my soul. Once God saved you, you saved forever. That don't mean that you can go out and do anything you want to. But I tell you how come you can't? Because you ain't going to want to do all this no more. Let me tell you, you get saved by the grace of God, thing different. I talk about different now. You go to a part that you don't want to do nothing wrong. That don't mean you ain't going to do nothing wrong, but you don't want to. If you do, you ask God to forgive you. Honey, you want to hurt people. You don't see people happy. Honey, I know for God works my preacher bud than anything I know of. I know for him works on my brother and sister that works me. Honey, it's good to see somebody else get a mercy. Honey, I know then they serving God. I know then they may be a hurt to somebody. I hope I can be a hurt to somebody. But I know that some of my brothers and sisters can be a hurt to somebody. That's the reason we need to sing and preach the gospel. That's the reason we need to serve God every day. That's the reason we need to live the way that God has for you. Honey, I for you today, we worry about what people think about. We think we got to have a big fancy house. Honey, I hate to say that, but I see this all the time. I see people that got good job. And honey, the husband got a good job. The wife got a good job. Honey, they make all kind of money. And they go ahead and build a $500,000 home. They drive a big fan car. And you think more than the people in the area. And you think they're the happy people in the area. And that thing you know, they divorced because they trying to live and keep up in the zone. And they forgot to serve God. And they lose everything that make a difference. Honey, what make a difference to you today? It be a fan house or a family. Honey, the rub of people or the rub of the dollar. What make a difference today? Honey, you better be thinking about that. We need to be a watchman for God. We need to be serving God. And honey, let me tell you something this morning. Honey, I hope and pray this morning. If I make you mad this morning, I hope God touch your heart and burst you. If you at that you've been baptized, say amen, Colin, and think you somebody and you ain't been born to God family, I hope you get so upset to me that you'll take it to God and that you'll call up on God and He'll convict with a heart and you get saved by the grace of God.
Amen.
Not that I get anything out of it, but that you get something. Honey, let me tell you something. It ain't my job to worry about my blessing. Honey, I need to be worried about God blessing somebody else. I need to worry about somebody else being saved. I always been saved by the grace of God. Honey, I don't need to worry about what I'm going to do. I die. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to heaven. Honey, I need to worry about you. Are you going to heaven when you die? Or do you know that? Are you 100% sure? Honey, are you 100% sure that you've been saved by the grace of God? Now, honey, let me tell you something. I didn't come this way to put nobody down today. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you go. Honey, God loved you the same as He do me. Honey, He gave His only begotten Son for me. He gave His only begotten Son for you. He hung on the cross to pay my sin debt. He hung on the cross to pay your sin debt. Honey, let me tell you, I try my best to preach you the gospel today. That you got to be saved. You got to be born again. So that in John 3, in John, in the 4th chapter, it talk about Nicodemus. It to God that, and God, Jesus told him. It to Jesus that, and Jesus told him. So you got to be born again. Let me tell you something this morning. You got to be born again. Let me tell you something. How do you be born? You repent and call up on God. Believe God all your heart and all your might. Turn everything over to Him. And surrender to God, and you can be saved this morning. Honey, let me tell you something. You talking about something good. If you ain't never fit that, you need to fit that. Honey, let me tell you, I see my time going. Honey, let me tell you, I fought sometimes. Most of the time, I got too much time. But I believe I can keep on going this morning because let me tell you something. I want you to be saved this morning. I want God people to serve God this morning. I want God preachers to get out and preach the gospel. I want to see the lost get saved. I want to see this nation turn around. I want to see this whole nation get unconvicted and get saved and turn back to God. I want to see our Democrat, and I don't want them to get into politics. But if you believe that you need to support everything, set the people of the United States, hey, something wrong with you. If you think okay to kill a baby, hey, something wrong with you. And I don't care who you are, and I don't care who you from. You may be my neighbor. If you think okay to kill unborn baby, hey, something wrong with you. Let me tell you something this morning. I'm going to preach what the Bible says. Let me tell you something. It's time that we get a backbone. It's time that God people sign up to the truth. It's time that we sign up for this nation. It's time that we put God first in all things. It's time that before we do anything, don't make no difference yet that you'll preach and pray to God and ask God to read your die word. This will be my message.